Bob, when I was taking my dog out for a walk this morning at about 8 a.m. It was hot out there. For being 8 o'clock in the morning, I was very surprised.
You know, it's summer, and about 4 or 5 weeks we get that during the summer months. When we have a west wind, things kind of change up a little bit. We get that east wind typically, which brings the storms back toward the coast, and we cool down with those afternoon and evening thunderstorms during the summer, but that didn't happen today. We are looking at the Casey Key webcam showing nice boating weather, and I'll tell you, it's good beach weather too, because the water temperature right now in the low 80s, and when you get the west wind moving in off the beaches, it keeps it in the low to mid 80s really. So a nice sunset tonight at Casey Key. Typically during the summer when the water temperature gets to 89 degrees, I'm talking August to September, that west wind doesn't really help cool things down much. South Jetty Venice, Susanna getting that nice shot as the sun was going down. And by the way, you can see these channel markers indicating, again, the route to go out and come in. Also keep in mind that a lot more manatees swimming around right now. So if you're going to be doing the boating, be careful out there, slow it down, keep an eye out for them. Dave Beach, you're getting that shot. Warm and humid air continues to rotate around this area of high pressure, which is typically situated off the coast of the Carolinas and also over Bermuda. It's known as the Bermuda High, a semi-permanent high-pressure ridge, which kind of gives us this easterly wind in the afternoon and evening, and then that sea breeze kind of butts up against it. We get the convection and convergence set up, and then they get blown back toward the coast and cools us down in the afternoon. Not seeing that pattern, not with that high down here. And what's happening is we got some late season fronts coming down, and it's going to kind of keep that suppressed to our south. So we'll keep with this west wind, warm and muggy conditions continuing over the next several days. Now, some dry air in the upper levels of the atmosphere. When we see this kind of situation happen and we get a couple of storms that punch through the dry air, you get some very windy storms developing and the potential for some rough weather as well as severe thunderstorms. We saw a couple of those today as those storms worked its way over toward the east. But you don't get a widespread rainfall event when you have that kind of dry air in place, so you get one or two lone storms that really pop up and pop out and really become the potential for severe weather. Nothing going on now, but I expect to see a few scattered showers developing here after 3 a.m. and work their way on shores. They shouldn't be that heavy, and they should bring some moderate rain at times. Now, as far as the wind goes, I mentioned it'll stay out of the west and northwest throughout the next several days. No changes there. Anywhere from 10 to 15 miles an hour, picking up a little bit in the afternoon, subsiding somewhat at night. And you can see right through 8 a.m. Wednesday, still out of the west, even in the afternoon on Wednesday. So that's not going to change, and that means our weather's not going to change much either over the upcoming days. A temperature forecast for the start things off, low 80s here. We'll warm up into the mid 80s. That's because the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport is just a mile or two away from the water there. And Fort Myers, that's the Southwest Regional Airport. They'll get up to near 90 because they're well east of the interstate. And then again, we'll cool down only into the mid to upper 70s to start things off on into Wednesday morning. Well, current conditions, it's 81, 88% on the humidity. The feels like temperature about 88 degrees right now. The high today warmed to 88. And the low this morning, that was record-breaking, a warm overnight reading of 80 degrees. We'll see similar conditions again tomorrow. And we're starting the month of June off on a dry note. Not much rainfall here. And you can see from the Futurecast indicating this front kind of sagging to the south of us. Most of the inland storms tomorrow will push off to the east coast. And then again, we'll see similar conditions on Wednesday morning, a few morning showers pushing inland in the late afternoon and evening, bringing some heavy weather to the east coast. Again, that'll be, I think, pretty similar to what we'll see again on Thursday. But then a better chance of rain comes Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You'll see that in the 7-day forecast. We'll start off pretty warm, and we'll warm up to close to average, right around 86 degrees. West winds for boaters tomorrow, not bad out there. A light chop on the bays and inland waters. 7-day forecast. Slight chance for showers on Tuesday. In the afternoon, that'll be well east of the interstate, pushing toward the Atlantic, and then a 40% chance for a few morning showers near the coast. And then again, a 30% chance on Thursday. We start as we get close to the weekend, when you know it. A better chance for showers and storms as we push into the weekend. And that'll be a little bit more widespread rainfall on Saturday and Sunday. Won't be a washout, but there'll be some pretty heavy storms around periodically throughout the day. Jacqueline?
All right, thank you, Bob.